What is up, you guys? Q here from Hyperstocks. So today we're going to talk about one of the biggest events on the stock market that just took place, and that's going to be the Apple event. The Apple event was expected to announce their new iPhone, which is the iPhone 12, and one of the biggest things that they were focusing on is the 5G technology. Investors and traders across the world were expecting a positive outlook or outcome in the stock market reaction. However, that did not prove true as Apple stock actually dropped instead of going up. Part of that reason is because the Apple event was suddenly shut down in China. So across all Chinese viewing networks, Apple event was shut down. Therefore, they could not see the new iPhone 12 release, which actually negatively impacted the American stock market, or Apple in particular. The iPhone 12 does feature a lot of new features that iPhone or Apple is focusing on. The biggest thing, of course, is the camera and the 5G technology, which is supposed to be double the speed of what we're used to. Another big thing they're adding to the new iPhone is going to be a feature called MagSafe. And MagSafe allows you to snap different products on the back of your iPhone, such as accessories or even your charger when you are doing wireless charging on it. So there's a lot of excitement about the new products. This opens up the gate for a lot of different accessory makers out there to also make products for these new iPhones and for us to enjoy. Another big thing that Apple is doing in the next iPhone is going to be removing the iPhone Cube and the headphones from the boxes. This is supposed to be for the mission or quest that Apple is going on to be zero emissions by 2030. They claim that there's too much waste coming from these products that they are going to completely remove them from the iPhone, allowing for a thinner box, which is also beneficial to businesses out there like Verizon, AT&T, because they are able to capitalize on the product room in terms of small boxes and more products per shipment. So that is really beneficial to the business and consumer side in terms of emissions for the consumer and for the world, and it is beneficial to business in terms of storage. The iPhone 12 features many different colors, and the iPhone 12 Pro also features the new blue color that they're introducing with the shiny gold that they're also announcing. So there's a lot of different things about the new iPhone that is really big for the market, but the market is not reacting as anticipated. Now, in terms of analysts, they are expecting that there will be an influx of upgrades in terms of the new iPhone because so many people have been holding off and awaiting the new 5G technology, which if that follows through, that means the next quarter for Apple is going to be big, especially now that it's getting released even closer to Christmas time. For the second half of this video, I'm actually going to jump into the charts just to show you a little bit of what we were talking about in terms of healthy levels, where the Apple stock dropped to, and what we can expect in the near future. So hold tight, let's transition. Chart. So I'm just going to show you through the day what's been happening with the stock. So the stock opened up today at $125. It shot up to $125.40 after running all day yesterday. The only small pullback that it had was near the end of day, and today the stock gapped up once again, but quickly fell apart as it could not hold momentum and it could not push back above that high of day. So right away we can place a resistance right around 125 that we're targeting the stock to break out above for it to get back into healthy trading range or a healthy bullish territory. Now, investors did not expect this at all when the stock's event was happening, but it completely fell apart, and you can see that it just went on a downslope, hitting lows of 119.65 at one point before bouncing up, and is now still below the 125 resistance. In fact, it's below the 121.50 resistance, so we can also draw a resistance there in anticipation for the stock to get back into a healthy trading range. For the future, we really need the stock above 122.50. We also need it back above 124. So we need the stock back above a few key resistance points for it to be trading healthy again. Right now, as it's sitting closer to 120, it is in a dire position because a break below 120 means that it could fill the gap back down to 117. So anytime stocks gap up or down, you can expect them to eventually come around to fill the gap down. Here we have a large gap from Apple below 119. So be very firm on your stop losses or be very firm on your positions if you are planning on using a stop loss on the stock's short-term movement. These are definitely very key things that you need to look out for because the stock will fill the gap if it breaks below the key support of 119 and 120. For the bullish future on the stock, we really won't see much bullish action until the stock is at least able to make it above 122.50, in which we can expect it to consolidate in between the 122.50 and 125 to eventually break out for the 130 price target that we have for it. So there's a lot to expect from the stock in the near future. One other big thing that's happening is their earnings are coming up. So with earnings coming up, a lot of people are anticipating a slower season, and we're not really sure how Apple stock is going to react to a slower season of sales on iPhones. One stock that did benefit from the Apple announcement just for a little bit of time, you can see Verizon as they announced their new 5G technology being able to power the iPhone. The stock shot up to 59.70 but quickly crashed back down. This is really important to take note of because it's very important to never trade the news. You always want to trade the reaction. Many traders probably jumped at the high of 59.70, not realizing that they need to look at the chart and see that there is a significant resistance at 59.70, and entering the stock prematurely of breaking that resistance would be a little bit too risky and it would not hold momentum. So you have to look at charts. You can't just trade the news. And investors and traders out there were anticipating a bullish reaction from the stock from Apple. However, we can see that that completely did not happen. So many people lost their positions. They did not do too well today only because they were trading the news in anticipation rather than trading the actual chart. Thank you so much, you guys, for checking in. If you did like what you see, please give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button.